Nintendo has a long, rich history with some of their most iconic IPs. Within these different franchises, various stories, plots, characters, and objects have brought these famous franchises to the point they're at today. Some of these aspects were incredible, but unfortunately just didn't stick around as a staple dynamic of its series. Here's my choices for the 6 Nintendo elements that need to make a comeback. First off, Wolf Link. The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess is one of my favorite Zelda games of all time that had a very dark and mature tone to that specific installment. One of the thrilling aspects of this GameCube classic is how it gave us a look into Midna's reality, the Twilight Realm, where Link was transformed into the beast we know as Wolf Link. Honestly, I still remember the iconic E3 reveal of Link's transformation like it took place yesterday. Not only did the Twilight Realm offer a new and unique atmosphere to the Zelda franchise, but Link's beast form also provided some new and exciting mechanics to the gameplay in both explorative and combative ways. Unfortunately, we haven't really experienced this unique dynamic in a Zelda game since, certainly not in ways that are actually canon to the main storyline. I understand that this aspect isn't going to fit into the story of every Zelda game, but for something as significant as another physical form of the franchise's main character, you would think Nintendo would find interesting ways to incorporate it into some of the other Zelda games since. It's certainly an interesting dynamic that I personally enjoyed, and one that I haven't had my fill with just yet. Second up is the Mario Kart Double Karts. What I'm talking about is the main feature of the classic Mario Kart Double Dash on the Nintendo GameCube. Whether you were playing alone or with a friend, Double Dash featured karts where 2 racers would ride upon one vehicle. One player was responsible for the driving, while the other was responsible for the items. This created some unique teamwork exercises that we hadn't experienced in another Mario Kart game. This provided some fun cooperative gameplay while also doubling the amount of possible competitors on one raceway. This double dynamic was not only a blast in the mid-2000s, but honestly, I believe it would be even more exciting today than it ever was before, considering all the online and streaming possibilities of this mechanic on a modern Nintendo console. Third is Metroid Prime Multiplayer. Metroid Prime 2 Echoes provided this feature on the Nintendo GameCube, and so did Metroid Prime Hunters on the Nintendo DS. Although neither multiplayer experience is highly regarded in the gaming community, it is fondly remembered by those who actually own those games. And I honestly believe that both games barely scratch the surface of Metroid's multiplayer potential. With some online play, some tweaking with the mechanics, and with a more elaborate variety of items, I think a game like Metroid Prime 4 could firmly dig its heels in as one of the more popular multiplayer platforms within the gaming community. Next on the list is the Boomerang and the Hookshot from the Legend of Zelda franchise. Nintendo certainly changed up the usual formula when it dropped Breath of the Wild in 2017. In some ways, I enjoyed it, but in others, not so much. One of the major missing aspects of the game was a viable boomerang and hookshot for all of your Hyrule adventures. The boomerangs in the game were rare, non-essential, easy to lose, and hardly useful, which was quite disappointing for me considering their enjoyable usefulness in the previous Zelda games, for both stunning enemies and for retrieving items. In theory, I'm not completely opposed to the idea of breakable items within a Zelda game, but some things you just wish would stick around. The hookshot was also an enjoyable method of reaching hard-to-access areas, and Twilight Princess took that experience to the next level when it equipped Link with not 1, but 2 hookshots for maximum maneuverability. This is definitely an iconic and memorable item that I hope makes a comeback in the game's upcoming sequel. Next on the list is Doubles on Mario Golf. This one shouldn't require me to elaborate too much, as it's a simple and easily understandable concept. In previous Mario Golf games, Doubles provided a cooperative team experience where each player takes turns on their shots, as they try to defeat a cooperative opponent. I was honestly shocked to find out that Doubles was not an available feature on Mario Golf Super Rush, which is just ridiculous if you ask me. Nintendo prides itself on being the console option for the entire family, yet me and my dad can't play as a team like we did for years on Toadstool Tour. I don't even see why Nintendo would have to wait for a new installment, as a simple update could easily do the trick if they really wanted to. Last on my list is Yoshi as a prominent character. Super Mario World for the Super Nintendo is arguably the best Mario game ever created, and in most levels of that game, there was usually a Yoshi available to ride if you chose to, and if you were able to avoid losing the Yoshi after receiving damage. This enhanced the experience by giving you a different option on the style in which you completed the levels, not to mention the fact that Yoshi is just awesome. Unfortunately, since then, Super Mario Sunshine is the only console Mario game that has come remotely close to making Yoshi as available as he was in Super Mario World. In my opinion, Super Mario 64, the Super Mario Galaxies, and Mario Odyssey really missed a significant opportunity to make Yoshi great again by including him more frequently as a rideable option throughout most levels. So what do you guys think? What are some aspects from previous Nintendo games that you would like to see make a comeback? Let me know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more Nintendo content, and I'll see you guys in the next video.